Okay, here we are again today with another strategy for learning multiplication. So we're going to go ahead and talk about this one today. It's called multiply with regrouping. They're actually using base 10 models for you guys to be able to see how this works and why it works the way that it does. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we need to do for today. Quick reminder, in base 10, the little cube is the ones, the stick is tens, and the big flat is 100. All right? So in our first problem, it says Zach bought 13 packages of light bulbs. There are 4 light bulbs in each package. How many light bulbs are there in all? So we're going to be finding 4 times 13. So the first thing they did in step 1 was they went ahead and drew those out as base 10 blocks. So 4 groups of 13 is a lot easier than 13 groups of 4. So I'm going to do 4 groups of 13. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, to find the answer to that question, we're going to have to regroup what we have here, okay? So we can take a look at what we have. We have 4 tens. So if I'm adding this all together to find my answer, I put down my 4 tens, right? And then we're going to look at how many ones we have. Keeping in mind that if we have at least 10 ones, we want to go ahead and regroup and make it into a 10. So I like to mark them off like this once I've used them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once I have 10 ones, I can make another 10. And then we can just list what we have left. So we regrouped 10 of these ones to make a 10. Okay? Now what do we have left? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52. It also has the math problem written like this. Okay, this is exactly what we just did. We did 4 groups of 13, and we should come up with an answer of 52. So with a math problem like this, we're going to multiply the ones first. So 4 times 3 is 12. My 2 goes down here. My 1 carries up. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. So you can see that we did that correctly by moving around those base 10 blocks. So we know that 4 times 13 is 52. All right, we're going to be looking at the bottom down there. They had us checking it out. So let's see what's happening with part 3 there. They wrote it out like this. They had the 4 times 13. Remember the distributive property we just worked with? That is the same thing as 4 times 10 plus 4 times 3. So we can use this to check our work. So we would have to do our parentheses first, right? Oh, wrong parentheses. Sorry guys, getting a little ahead of myself here. So 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 3 is 12. When you add those together, you get 52. And they had it drawn out like this. They had the 4 tens, then they had the 10 that we made by regrouping the ones, and then they had the 2 ones that were there. So we know that 40 plus 12 is equal to 52. They actually have it listed over here like this. So I'll make it look just like your book. All right, so let's take a look at the back side of that one. All right, we'll make $6 an hour shampooing dogs at the pet shop. Last month, he worked 38 hours. How much money will he earn? So we know that he worked for 6 hours, which would be my 6 here, worked for $6 an hour, and he worked for 38 hours. So we're trying to figure out how much money he made during that time. So they're asking us to estimate first, and I don't want you guys to miss that. They're doing this so that you can make sure that your answer's close to the real answer, make sure that we're not so far off. So if we were going to estimate these numbers, I would say 6 I'd probably leave alone because it's not too difficult to work with a 6. But what is 38 close to that would make it easier to multiply? We're looking for some of those compatible numbers. Well, if I were just straight up rounding, I would round 38 to 40. That would mean that if we do our base problem first, 6 times 4 is 24, and we add our 0, our answer should be close to 240. So now that we've estimated here at the top of the page, we're going to go ahead and go through that problem. So we have 38 times 6. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply the ones, right? 6 times 8. So 6 times 8 is 48. So my 8's going to go here. My 4 is going to carry up to the 10s. And then I'm going to multiply 6 times 3, which is 18, plus 4. 19, 20, 21, 22. So the actual answer is 228. So Will earned $228 by working 38 hours at $6 an hour. And if we're checking for reasonableness, what it says is this product, which we just did, $238, is close to the estimate. And what did we estimate? Looking back up at the top there, we estimated 240. So as you can see, our answer of 228 is close to our estimate of 240. So we know that our answer is reasonable. We didn't end up with an answer of 2,000 when it was only 200. Let's take a look at the bottom part. So guided practice here is just some more practice. We have 23 times 4. So we're going to go ahead and follow those same steps. Multiply the ones first. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry my 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So that's number 1 at the bottom down there. And for number 2, we had 42 times 6. Same process. You always start with the ones. 6 times 2 is 12. Put your 2 there. Carry your 1 up. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 1 more is 25. Okay? So they wanted us to estimate those at the bottom also. So we had blank times blank equals blank. Blank times blank equals blank. So looking at this problem, to make an estimate, I would say using rounding, that 23 is close to 20. So I'd probably make that 20. And I'd keep the 4 the same. 20 times 4 is 80. That's pretty close to what our actual answer was. Over here, the same thing. The 42, if I rounded to the largest place value spot, would be 40. I'll probably keep the 6 the same because we can multiply by that. Do my base problem first. 6 times 4 is 24. 1 0 here means 1 0 in our answer. 240 is reasonably close to 252. So we know that our answers are reasonable. If you have any questions or need any extra help, mvaw123@gmail.com or through Class Dojo. Good luck.